from LinkedIn. And so that might be the program I was going to walk them through. Or maybe I'm going to show them how to get comfortable with sales, or, whatever the big problem is you solve, what are some of the steps that you could break that down to so that you could put together a program that is easy to sell. And outcomes are always easier to sell. People do not buy coaching, they buy outcomes, they buy transformation. So what's an outcome that you could put together and deliver in 6, 8, or 12 weeks? It doesn't have to be those exact time frames, but you get the idea. And you want to be very clear about what that outcome is. You want to be very clear about your price points. And then you want to really be clear about who your ideal client is for that. Who would be the best fit for your program? So this training right now, it's not going to be a long training. Where I'm going to take you through 6 simple steps to help you get clients today. One of the things that you want to do is pre-sell. When you're putting together something like this, you could have it half filled, if you really think about it, with people you already know. Start there. Start with who is it you already know. Who needs the program you have or that you're going to put together right now? Who's going to benefit from that the most? So the best thing you can do with any new program is to pre-sell. The pre-sell ultimately allows you, to start filling your program, like I said before. So ask yourself some questions. Who needs your program right now? And the other question to ask is, who do you want in your program? Is there someone out there that you know that this would just be ideal for? Or maybe you're going to create a program because of somebody you know that it'd be ideal for, and think about who else it would work for. If you do this right, you could literally have half of your group that you want to take through this before you even make it available to the public. So make a list. And once you have that list, send them an invitation. Facebook Messenger works great. You could send them a voicemail. You could, use Messenger. You could email. Ultimately, send them a message, something like this. Hey, I've got you listed on my wish list as someone that I would love to work with. Now, I just created this program. I have you in mind when I created it. And I'm not sure if it's a good fit for you, but I'd love to jump on a call and talk about it. Just be upfront with them and get them on a call and talk about it. Another way to reach out is to not actually mention the program at all, just message the fact that you'd like to catch up and chat. And if it ends up being somebody you can help with, transition that into an offer. And here's something I really want you to think through. This is a mindset I want you to adopt. When you can help somebody and you don't make the offer, you don't offer to help them, to enroll them in one of your programs, encourage them to hire you. If you can help somebody and you don't offer, you're being selfish. And I'm going to let that sit there. Some people say, well, that's some good shame. I'm just going to let it sit there for a while. But think about it. You have something to offer to change that person's life, and to not offer it is being selfish. You're not helping them. So get comfortable if you have to. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, but make that offer, make a difference, help people. This is the way that you train your brain for what to look for. And when you do that, it's going to find more of them. It's been called the reticular activating system. And, so think of it. You ever buy a car and then all of a sudden notice that everywhere you look is one of those cars? It isn't that it wasn't there before, it's that your brain was filtering it out because you're hit with like billions of stimuli every minute, and you'd go crazy or certainly have a hard time concentrating if your brain didn't filter out the ones that weren't relevant right now. And so the beautiful thing about the reticular activator is it's paying attention to what it believes is important. As you help your brain understand who your ideal clients are and who you should be offering your services to, trust me, you're going to find more and more people, even more than you thought, will be available. So first thing off, pre-sell. Make that list of people you already know. Make the list of people you would just love to work with and reach out to them. I have you listed on my wish list as someone that I would love to work with. I just created this program and I had you in mind when I created it. Now, I'm not sure if it's a good fit, but I'd love to jump on a call and talk about it and get your feedback. Straightforward, simple approach, easy to do. Outreach. Like I already said, look at your friends list, pay attention to who you're friends with on Facebook. Take a look, there's a little bit of stalking here, but check out people that you're connected to and who they are connected to, and look to see whether or not your friends are connected to your ideal clients. In almost every case, your ideal clients are a great place to find more ideal clients. And if they are, reach out via Messenger and connect to them. Nothing creepy, just send them a friend connection. The idea is to get to know them. As you get to know them, invite them to a call. If the call turns out that there's somebody you can help, transition to that close. This is something you can actively do on a regular basis. Now, I'll also tell you, you should be posting content regularly, whether it's in a group or on your own page or otherwise, that's thought leadership stuff. Help people, answer questions, and when somebody likes or comments on any post you make, take a quick look, and if you think they fit your ideal client profile, friend them. You're continuing to expand your list of connections. So look at your friend list and do this for LinkedIn as well. See who you're connected to, reach out to them, see who they are connected to, and if it's a good fit, reach out. This brings us to your tribe. Looking at the people that are commenting on your posts, they're hanging around you, which of course, in order for this to happen, means you've got to be visible. You've got to be out there. You've got to be commenting and posting regularly. And I would recommend you get into a habit of doing live streams. And when you're doing live streams, if somebody asks a question, you have a choice. You can either answer it in the live stream, which is not always helpful, or you can just tell, hey, listen, that's a great question. I'd love to jump on a call with you and discuss it further, which is what I like to do because it's much easier to turn that into a sale than it is to just answer a question in a live stream. So look at questions as opportunities to connect at a deeper level. And obviously people that connect on your stuff, that like your stuff, they're waiting for you to help them. But again, this requires stepping out and being seen and being visible. Proof. These are great posts to make. In other words, what you're doing with proof, this is calling attention to something really amazing, either that you did, which lends credibility to who you are, or for one of your clients. Now, I'll tell you, it works best when you brag on your clients. You can brag on your clients and it doesn't really come across as bragging about yourself. And so this is really you showing what's possible. It's helping your ideal client recognize what could happen. And so, it's important for them to realize what the upper limits are, because a lot of times your ideal clients, they're stuck to wherever they're at. You can put a CTA on this. I don't necessarily recommend it. If you're going to do call to actions on brag posts, proof posts, just do them sparingly. And one of the great things, if you're doing live streaming, there's power in testimonials, in proof posts inside a live stream. So you kind of notice I'm suggesting do more live streams. And then ultimately, connect with connectors. I mean, who do you know that is just a born networker? I mean, they're connected to everybody. And if you're not currently connected with them, just keep in mind they're connectors. So they're happy to connect. That's who they are. So find something you have in common with them. And as you're chatting, transition to asking them about their business and any struggles they might have. Now, if ultimately you can help them, make the offer. But really keep this in mind. Now, obviously you want to hopefully talk to ideal clients, but you're reaching out to a connector. Not necessarily because that connector is going to be somebody that's going to go into your program, but that connector will know somebody. And so this is a great thing to do. Just like I said before, hey, I've created this program. Here are the things it does. Bing, 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 bing. And these are the people that it would be good for, X, Y, Z. Who comes to mind that this would be a good fit for? Now, if it's a fit for the connector, they'll tell you, oh, I think I would. But most likely, they're going to know people that they can recommend to you. And for people that struggle with selling, a lot of times they'll think that this is a bait and switch. It's not. You're just being upfront and transparent about what you're doing. So don't get hung up. You're not even trying to make a sale here. This is just connecting. You're literally finding out whether or not this person knows somebody that would benefit from what you do. that somebody might happen to be them. But there's always, all of us are connected to somebody that's a super connector. It's that person that has 30,000 connections on LinkedIn, and they've maxed out their Facebook connections. Those people just love to connect other people. That's their superpower, and they get a lot of pride and a lot of goodwill out of being able to connect you with somebody that you can help or that can be helped by you. It all depends on how they look at it. So take advantage of connectors. And then finally, make the offer. Do a live stream that's specifically about your offer. Get very clear about what you do. Give out some great info, some of the mistakes most people are making, a piece of content that would help them do something that lends itself towards what you're offering. Do some training, but make the offer. You can ask people to shoot you a PM. That's fine. I tend to like to get people to book on my calendar instead. Now, my calendar, when they book on my calendar, after they book, they are taken to an application, and they need to fill the application out, because if they don't, I'm not going to have my call with them. But usually the invitation is something like, look, hey, if you have questions, you want to learn more about this, I've made some time available on my calendar. Here's the link. Go schedule some time and let's chat about this. You want to be upbeat. You want to bring some positive, exciting energy to the call. Nobody likes it if you're going to be Eeyore. So I would just, get some energy into it. And you could do this in writing. It's not that you couldn't do an email or a post or whatever to somebody. And if you're going to, make sure you have the call to action in there, but you got to be very specific so that they know exactly what steps you want them to take. The truth is, you have to lead people where you want them to go. And your easy offer should be something, whatever this offer is, whatever you put together, it does need to be something you're excited about, something you're looking forward to doing. And, part of that, when you're excited about it, it's easy enough to go ahead and share what made you do this offer, what made you put it together. So those are just 6 ways. We talked about pre-selling. There's already people that would be a good fit for whatever this offer is going to be. Outreach, that's all your friends, that you're connected to, people that are paying attention. Your tribe is more so the people that are following you. It's not so much your friends list, it's people that are following you, commenting and things like that. Using proof post. How can you brag on some of your existing clients or past successes or big accomplishments you've had that draw attention to what you're doing? And then connectors. Who do you know that just seems to know everybody? And then make the offer. If you don't like doing live streams, consider putting out a video. The video does not have to be a talking head video. It could be a slideshow, just like what I've done here. And, it doesn't, if you're not comfortable in front of the camera, but you're okay talking, well, then that's great. That's fine. Just do what you need to do. The key is not to get hung up on technology, not to get hung up on perfection, because perfect is absolutely the enemy of good. The real key is just to get it done. Go do it. Hopefully, something in these 6 steps, or all 6 steps, will help you. If you go implement this, you can put people into a program literally this week.